All right, we finally saw the Kevin Durant trade go down. He is now a member of the Houston Rockets. The agreed trade was KD to the Rockets in exchange for 5 second-round picks, which is kind of funny. The 10th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, which is actually the Suns' first-round pick that was sent to the Rockets by the Brooklyn Nets that they got from the Kevin Durant trade. So that's funny that they ended up getting it back a few years later. Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks will also be headed to Phoenix. Jabari Smith Jr., Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, all staying in Houston. So for today's video, we are going to be doing our Kevin Durant Houston Rockets rebuild. I kind of had a feeling it was going to end up being the Rockets. I was going back and forth between the Spurs, but honestly, like, the Miami Heat were an interesting destination as well, just because it was the Eastern Conference. What if a team like Minnesota or Toronto got involved as well? But no, we saw Kevin Durant get traded to the Houston Rockets. He's going to go back to the state of Texas, where he played basketball at the University of Texas in Austin back in 2007, leading up to that draft. He's now on 5 NBA teams in his career. 4 of them are in the Western Conference. But unlike maybe the Suns part of it and maybe the end of the Brooklyn days, this is probably the best team since like the 2021 Nets, maybe the start of the 2022 season before Harden got traded, because not only were you able to keep Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepherd, and Tari Eason, you just re-signed Steven Adams on a 3-year deal. You're going to most likely work on an extension with Fred VanVleet. And then also, you have Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, and Jabari Smith Jr. all still here. Like, once Kevin Durant retires, I'm sure he's going to sign a 2-year extension with the Houston Rockets. No state income tax on that either. Once he retires, the Rockets are going to be just fine moving forward, because yeah, you gave up the 10th overall pick this year, but you still have a net swap down the line. You still have the Suns' first-round pick in 2027, and you own most of your first-round picks as well. You could do some swaps in there, and you just re-signed Ime Udoka on a contract extension, a good young head coach in this league, and a good defensive-minded coach as well. So we will work out an extension with Kevin Durant. I wouldn't mind trying to get like a draft pick in some way, shape, or form for this class. Like, can I get Nate Williams for a late second? Does the team want Jock Landale? So I'm actually going to do this trade with the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to be giving them Jock Landale, some big man depth, and Nate Williams. I'm getting Simone Fontecchio, and I'm getting the 37th overall pick in this year's draft. And I will be doing a 20-year Cooper Flagg Dallas Mavericks rebuild. That should be out on Wednesday. You guys are going to see maybe a 10-year Phoenix Suns post Kevin Durant rebuild out tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And I think you may get a triple upload today, because this morning I uploaded a Lakers rebuild, not knowing this trade was going to happen today. And then I'm going to also be doing my elimination rebuild, because we have the NBA Finals tonight. Game 7. Game 7, third time this century, right, or around there. First one since 2016, and we have Game 7 of the Finals, and we also have a Desmond Bane and Kevin Durant trade already happened this offseason. There's the whole Ace Bailey situation. There's just so much going on in the NBA right now. We're on the clock with the 37th overall pick. We did trade away a shooting guard or maybe a couple wings in Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, so I'd like to get somebody in this draft. I think that's maybe a little bit more realistic. I think Will Riley is going to go in the first round. I like the idea of getting a Thero, Sion James from Duke. There's Micah Peavy from Georgetown. Poor Jalen Moore from Oklahoma did tear his ACL. Alex Tui, though, I'm going to snag from Australia. So we are going to sign Tui right there. Thompson, Eason, Smith, Whitmore, all welcome back. We're going to decline the option on Aaron Holiday, declined it on Fred VanVleet, but we're going to work out an extension with him, which I do expect to happen with the Rockets this offseason. Jason Tate is a free agent. He could be a sleeper free agent for somebody else. And I have mid-level exceptions out there. We're in a very good spot. So I'm going to give VanVleet a 3-year extension. I feel like 14 mil a year is fine. He's probably going to get like 20 mil a year, I feel like, in real life. So let's give him that. I wonder how this contract is going to age, but I'm going to give Steven Adams that 3-year deal he got from the Rockets in real life. I wonder if the Suns are going to reroute Kevin Durant now, but they were a 2 seed last year. Like I said, all those young role players you didn't have to move was amazing. And do I still have, yeah, a mid-level exception? So I think since we traded away Brooks and Green, I wouldn't mind adding a wing. Like, what if Whitmore doesn't shoot well, or Reed Shepherd? Corey Kispert got waived or something. That's crazy. Josh Green is here. Bryce Sensabaugh to take a flyer on him. Could we also land a Kel Alexander-Walker? I will give him the mid-level exception for 4 years. And I'll do a player option on the last year, so he chooses us. Bang, there we go. I just added Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which can happen this offseason, because I don't believe that Adams is going to take away their mid-level exception, because they were able to use his bird rights. So Roddy, Jack McVay come back on the QOs. Kevin Durant's going to regress, but hey, let's go win a title this year. This team can be maybe the toughest test to the OKC Thunder in 2026. All right, so before the season starts, let's lock up Kevin Durant. Well, that's Amen Thompson. Kevin Durant wants to test free agency. Of course he does. Jabari Smith Jr., oh my God. I don't think he's getting 38 million. Cam Whitmore, 22 million. Yeah, do you mind? All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to re-sign Kevin Durant. I'm going to start Fred VanVleet, but I feel like 2K does not like Fred VanVleet. They don't love Cam Whitmore. They don't love Reed Shepherd. So this is going to be interesting to see how 2K kind of goes here. But I want Kevin Durant at the 3, which he hasn't played in a little bit. Jabari Smith Jr. at the 4, because I still think he has immense potential in this league. I feel like Nah would be great, but I'm going to start Fred VanVleet for now. But if Fred VanVleet does not shoot well, I will bench him. I'm going to go about 24 minutes a night to Eason, 21 to Nah. Let's go about 16. We're going to go about 13 to Whitmore. I want to go about 10 to Shepard, and then I want Steven Adams to get in here as well, because Fontecchio and Tui are not going to play. Let's go 16 to Adams. You could still run some double big lineups out there. Fred VanVleet 26 is fine. Let's go 36 to Amen. Let's go 34 to Şengün. 28 to Jabari. Yeah, we're not going to play Kevin Durant a ton of minutes throughout the regular season, but we got him to elevate us in the playoffs. They were a 2 seed last year. Jalen Green, way too inconsistent in the playoffs, but now you have one of the greatest scorers in NBA history leading the show for you. Last year as a 36-year-old, 52, 43, 83 splits, 26 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He's still an elite player, an elite scorer in this league. All right, so the Houston Rockets at the trade deadline are 32 and 18 with a 9.4 point differential. But hey, in the Western Conference, it's going to be tough. Spurs, Minnesota, Dallas, all really good. And then for that Suns rebuild too. Yeah, Kevin Durant stays in the Western Conference. But Şengün has actually been our leading scorer. 48, 29, 73 splits, 18.5 points, almost 6 assists a night. Amen Thompson kind of breaking out, and there's like the ceiling is sky high for Amen Thompson, what he could be. The sky's the limit. Kevin Durant only averaging 16 points. Maybe it is the minutes. We are a balanced system with a ton of depth. He's only playing 27 minutes a night, which I would like to change. But he's going to be so good for us in the playoffs. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's been great. Fred VanVleet, I mean, kind of similar to what he's done over the last few years. Like, he's a solid 3-point shooter, but not great at the rim. Cam Whitmore, really struggling. He could be a change of scenery guy. Reed Shepard struggling as well. I'm in no rush to trade those guys. Steven Adams being a solid bruiser for us off the bench. So I don't really think I'm going to make any trades right now at the deadline. I do want to hold on to all my assets. I'm also going to make Kevin Durant a small forward where he's going to go up to a 94 overall. Also, would Kevin Durant be willing to sign an extension? Nope, he still wants to test free agency. Jabari Smith Jr., that's going to be an interesting contract in the offseason for sure. But yeah, the fact that they didn't have to trade any of their own first-round picks, a Nets first-round pick, or the Suns 2027 first was a home run. Kevin Durant, you want to change your mind? Nope, you're going to retire at the end of the year. What are we doing? I can override it, but what are we doing? Nikola Jokic just won his 4th MVP of his career. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year. De'Aaron Fox, I guess, is behind Dylan Harper there in San Antonio. Jake Arabia ended up winning most improved in Los Angeles. I feel like he is an underrated free agent in this cycle. Halliburton, All-NBA first team. Oh my God, he averaged 25 points. Did not expect that out of Tyrese Halliburton. It is wild that like Game 7 of the NBA Finals, there's just so much going on in the landscape with the draft on Wednesday. Yeah, we are in a very fun week and a half period of just everything going on in the NBA. Amen Thompson, all NBA third team. There we go. Do we get anybody on an all defensive team? Amen Thompson. There we go. He's turning into a top 15 player in the NBA. I also wanted to see who the Suns took with the 10th overall pick. They went 33 and 49. We don't have their pick in 26. The Grizzlies have that from the Bane trade. But yeah, they're going to be a fun rebuild. They traded for Draymond Green. They also traded for Jakob Poeltl, which I like for them, and I thought he was going to be in the KD trade. They took Maxime now. A little bit of a reach, I would say. We're taking on the Thunder. Wow, this would be an insane path. We'd have to beat the Thunder, most likely the Mavericks, and then probably the Spurs or the Timberwolves in the conference finals. Let's see if Kevin Durant is up to being this number one option for us. He had 51, 42, 82 splits in the playoffs. I think I'm going to start Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who was a lot better of a shooter than Fred VanVleet. So VanVleet's going to be moved to the bench. Whitmore and Shepard just may not play for us because they were so inefficient. But I may just try to ride the hot hand. Like, do I trust Whitmore or do I trust Shepard? They were both so bad. I may trust Shepard a little bit. So, yeah, Whitmore is getting benched. Adams is going to get around 14 minutes a night because I'm going to go, we'll stay at 34 for Şengün. I'm going to get Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the starting 5. Thompson goes to the 1. He's getting 40 minutes. Kevin Durant's getting 38. Let's go 30 to Jabari. Let's go about 18 to Fred VanVleet. And then the final 11, we'll go like 30 there, 32 there. Hopefully Jabari Smith. I mean, like, that's a good season. It's just he may never be a top 3 scoring option again, at least while Kevin Durant is in Houston. We won by 8 in Game 1. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Did you know him and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are cousins? I don't think they ever told us that in the Western Conference Finals. Şengün drops 30. Kevin Durant played 36 minutes. Was not great. Fred VanVleet 0 for 9. Maybe stop shooting the ball. All right, game number 2. We steal it. Let's go. We won both of them at home. 27 and 11 for KD. 27 points for Tari Eason. 24 and 10 for Amen Thompson. They do win game 3, so every home team has won so far. 24 for Amen, 22 for Şengün, 20 for KD. Game 4, all right, every home team has won so far. They blow us out 150-104 122. Game 5, oh my god, we lost 3 in a row. 132, 126. Jabari Smith put up 40 in this loss. Don't lose in round 1. Damn it, man. I mean, this is such a tough matchup getting the Thunder in round number 1. And the Thunder, like, you would think are the 1 seed and we're maybe the 2 seed again. No, we were the 4 and the 5 matchup. So that is brutal. Kevin Durant averaged 17 points. All right, maybe we're going to try to improve. Like, Fred VanVleet is god-awful in 2K. It's going to be tough. Maybe I'm going to have to trade him. Reed Shepherd was solid in that sample size. And if Shepherd can take a little bit of a step, I'm okay trading away Fred VanVleet. And Amen Thompson is just a full-time starting point guard. 2 teams that were in the conference, actually, for 3 years in a row, the Pacers and the Timberwolves made it to the conference finals. And for the first time, they're matching up in the NBA finals. And the Timberwolves swept the Pacers. Anthony Edwards is here, and he's your finals MVP. All right, so LeBron James retires. Did Kevin Durant actually retire? No, he just threatened to retire. Can I override LeBron? No. Chris Paul? No. Rockets legend Chris Paul. Let me just double check. Kevin Durant did not retire, so I'm not going to just miss him. I don't think he retired. He's just going to become a free agent, correct? I believe so. I don't see him there in the retirements. Hopefully 2K does not screw me over there. Pop retires. Hall of Fame, LeBron and Chris Paul. All right, doesn't look like Kevin Durant actually retired. I guess he was trying to fake us out. Thanks for doing that, 2K. So I do believe, I thought we had the swap best with Brooklyn this year, but I don't think we do. I think we gave Brooklyn back their first rounder in 26. So yeah, we are going to, I think, own Brooklyn's pick in 27. It's going to say I get the 3rd pick. I'm 5% sure I can't get that 3rd pick. Yeah, so I get their swap next year instead of their first this year. So I'm not going to get hyped. It's going to say I think the Nets have our pick, or it says the Wizards have our pick at 24. I'm pretty sure I'm able to get that 1st round pick back. And yeah, we're going to keep Ime Udoka as the head coach. But now that Kevin Durant is like he's a free agent, right now we will have a little bit of money to spend because we just have $35 million for Şengün under contract. I mean, we do have like Noah, VanVleet, and Adams under contract as well, but I'm going to try to make a trade. And I'm going to trade Fred VanVleet and the 24th pick to Minnesota for Dante DiVincenzo and their 2030 unprotected 1st round pick. So now I have, I think, a little bit of like a better combo guard than Fred VanVleet. Well, Fred VanVleet's more of a point guard, but I get just as fine as a defender, maybe even a better 3-point shooter. I won't have a 1st round pick in this draft, though, as the number 1 pick is actually getting traded for Bam Adebayo and Malik Beasley. Well, I guess the Thunder just got better. So yeah, we don't have any rookie signings. We're going to pick up the team options on all 3 of these guys, but I may look to make a trade because, hey, losing in round 1 with Kevin Durant is pretty embarrassing. So Jabari's restricted. Easton's restricted. Yeah, this seems about to get expensive. Kevin Durant does not have a real offer. Let's give him that 2-year. I think he can get 120, but maybe with no state income tax, he'll take the 2-year 110 extension. And yeah, bang. Kevin Durant, welcome back here to the Houston Rockets, and then hope Jabari Smith Jr. or Easton do not get crazy offers out there. And I'm going to trade Cam Whitmore to the Chicago Bulls for Liam McNeely, who was in the 2024 draft, but or 25 draft. He didn't play at all for the Bulls last year. And I'm going to get their 1st round pick down the line. So a little bit of an end of an era of Cam Whitmore in Houston, where he fell to them on the night of that 23 draft. All right, so I'm definitely overpaying Tari Eason. 2 years, $61 million, so about $30 million a year, but he does have a team option on the 3rd year, which is nice for us. And then Jabari Smith Jr., 3 years, $87 million, around the range of what Jalen Green got in the 2024 offseason. Thompson, Kevin Durant go up, Şengün goes up, Jabari Smith Jr. goes up. I like the bench. We could definitely make a trade at the deadline next year. I like us adding DiVincenzo and Liam McNeely. I could work out an extension with Amen Thompson. Let's just get that under the way, or out of the way, and then Dante DiVincenzo for the minimum. Sure, I'll bring you back here because he really likes it in Houston. And then let's figure out the rotation this year. So it's going to be Amen Thompson at the 1, Naw at the 2, KD at the 3, Smith at the 4, Şengün at the 5. Reed Shepherd's going to get a little bit more playing time this year. Easton can get around 24 minutes a night. DiVincenzo around 17. Steven Adams around 10 minutes a night. Yeah, I don't think Alex 2 is going to crack the rotation. So we'll go 14 to Shepherd, 14 McNeely, 10 to Adams, 17 to Dante's fine. 20, we'll do 25 Easton, 33 Şengün, 30 to Jabari Smith, 34 KD, 26 to Nas fine. And then we can also just do like 37 to Amen Thompson. He's young, he's athletic. We're chilling with him. 4.5 stars under Ime Udoka. We started off the season 2-1. We did lose to Boston. We are 4-4 on the year. Do not love that so far. All right, so we are a lot better here at the deadline, where we are 41-8. We have a 12.7 point differential. We're slightly better than the Dallas Mavericks, but we are 7.5 games better than them. So this would be kind of like a noticeable choke if we cannot end up getting the 1 seed there in the Western Conference. We look at the stats right now. Kevin Durant has been our leading scorer, 20 points in 29 minutes. The per 36 would look very good. 53, 45, 87 splits. Şengün, about a double-double every night. 6 assists, 47% from the field. Jabari Smith Jr., 17 points, 7 rebounds. He's breaking out, and I just think the sky's, I don't know if it's the limit for Jabari Smith, but I still think he could be a great player in this league. 49% from the field for Amen Thompson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been worth every single penny, which is great to see because sometimes in 2K, he doesn't perform all that well. Eason is probably overpaid for $30 million offensively, but defensively, he's a stud. Dante, 38% from 3. Shepard, come on, man. I mean, you don't shoot the ball better, you're not going to be in the playoff rotation. Like McNeely's been a lot better. Steven Adams is right there. I do have the Brooklyn Nets first round pick at the end of the year, which I guess I could trade, but nope, they are good, of course. They are 31-19. Who did they draft third overall? They have Kasparis. Did they trade it for Brandon Miller? No way. No way. Did they draft somebody? Noah Essengay was a couple years ago. Wow. Yeah, I guess they must have traded the third overall pick. That is crazy. All right, so Wemby is here fully. He wins MVP. AJ DeBanta is your Rookie of the Year. Isaiah Collier, 6th man. Wemby's your depoy. Cam Whitmore wins Most Improved in Chicago. I mean, he's still kind of inefficient with the volume he's getting. Oh my God, we went 72-10. I did not think we were going to get over 70, but we were that good in the second half. So we were, what, 41-8 when I saw you guys at the deadline. So we ended up going 31-2 to end off the year. That is crazy. We do get Amen Thompson, All-NBA third team, 17-9-7, 29.7% from 3. We can say he shot 30% from 3 this year. If we round up, I'll take it. He's on all defensive second team with his brother, who I'd love to trade for at one point. I mean, Tari Eason for Asar Thompson. Who says no? Let's get through these playoffs first. We're the 1 seed. We're taking on Kevin Durant's old team, the Phoenix Suns. We have a 14.3 point differential this year. All right, so here we are in the playoffs. Reed Shepard, I mean, 40, 32, 93 splits. We could start off in round 1 with a 10-man rotation. So Shepard and Adams can get 10 tonight, 14 to McNeely, 16 to DiVincenzo. We'll do 23 to Eason, 34 to Şengün, 27 to Nah, 39 to Amen, 37 to KD is good with me. We're taking on the Suns with Booker and Jalen Green, who's really good in 2K, and he's very good there in Phoenix. They have Jakob Poeltl, Kevin Porter Jr., former Rocket as well. Let's see what happens as they won game 1 by 2. Okay. Jalen Green dropped 36. Game 2 goes to the Rockets. We ended up winning this one by 9. Kevin Durant, 35 points against his former team. We do win game 3, 130-106. 26 for KD, 21, 13, and 6 for Şengün, 3 blocks as well, 17, 11, and 8 for Amen Thompson. We do win game 4, 148, 123, 38 for Booker, but 30, 10, and 5 for Şengün, 26, 11, and 12 for Amen Thompson, 24 for Kevin Durant. He only played 29 minutes in this one. And can we win in 5? Okay, so they won game 1, and then we ended up winning 4 in a row. We beat them by 5 here. And now we're taking on the Thunder in round 2. So, yeah, we can try to get revenge against them. Nickeil Alexander-Walker really struggled in round 1. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Reed Shepard, though, was terrible. So he's going to be out of the rotation probably going forward. Şengün was a beast. So was Kevin Durant. Amen Thompson can do a little bit of everything. So, yeah, Reed Shepard, not going to play. I can't trust him anymore. McNeely, shooting the ball well. He might get like 18 a night. And then Nas struggled. So I'm going to go down to 23. Let's go 40 to Amen. Why not? Let's go 34 to Jabari. And we can go a little bit more to Tari. So we're taking on the Thunder, who traded for Bam Adebayo. So they have Shea, Wallace, J-Dub, Chet, and Bam. I mean, Caruso, Dort, Topic, Reed. I'm all off the bench. Yeah, Caruso is just like Fred VanVleet. 2K does not like them. We do win game 1 by 23. 33 for Şengün, 32, 11, 11, and 5 for Amen Thompson. We do win game 2, 127, 126. 34 for Kevin Durant, 26, 10, and 9 for Amen, 21, 11, and 8 for, was that Şengün that put that up in game 2? Yeah. Game 3, we ended up winning 114, 106. We scored 41 in the fourth quarter, outscored them by 16, 31 points scored for Kevin Durant, and we are not going to sweep them. Hopefully it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. We did win this one by 5. Or excuse me, we lost that one by 5, right? Game 4, lost that by 5, but we win game 5 by 11, 29, 12, and 9 for Amen Thompson, 26 for Jabari, 19 for Şengün, and we are in the conference finals to take on the Dallas Mavericks. All right, so we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the conference finals, a battle of Texas here. Dallas could have went after Kevin Durant, but they would have had to like attach so many salaries and really ruin their depth, which is looking pretty good. So in that second round, though, who looked good as Amen Thompson averaged 26, 12, and 7. That's kind of insane. 22, 4, and 4 for Kevin Durant, 22, 10, and 6 for Şengün. Here we go. Game 1, we end up winning this one by 10, 125, 115, 23 for Şengün. We win game 2 by 20. Şengün with 26. He's been a beast in these playoffs. We're going to lose game 3, We're going to lose game 4. All right. I really thought we were on our way to going to the NBA Finals, and we just lost 3 in a row to the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are so good in 2K, which is Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie Irving. They won by 3 in game 3, 3 in game 4, and 4 in game 5 in overtime. Are you kidding me? All right. Well, game 6 is in Dallas. They have won 3 in a row. We are on the verge of blowing a 2-0 lead here in the playoffs, and we lose by 2. Are you... Oh my God. Oh my God. We would have swept the Bulls. We ended up losing 4 in a row by a total of 6, 10, 12 points. Total of 12 points in 4 games. Kevin Durant, you were supposed to be the closer for us. Oh man, he shot 37% in that series. Eason shot 33%, 38 for DiVincenzo. And the Mavericks actually almost lost. The Bulls took them to 7. Did they sign Luka? How did this team push them to 7? I don't know. Well, Kevin Durant retired. This is the last year, and I haven't won yet. Kevin Durant will retire next year. I can only override it once. I will bring the band back together. Adams, I want to bring him back as well for 1 more year, finish out the contract. And yeah, Rockets legend James Harden retires. We retire his jersey number. We do not retire Russ's number, though. I guess another Rockets legend, am I right? So the Suns, we beat in round 1. We will get their first round pick. That is going to be at number 16. I will get the Brooklyn Nets first round pick as well, but that's all the way there at 27. The Nets are picking 3 from the New York Knicks. All right, I'm going to be making this trade with the Boston Celtics. Tari Eason, 16, 27, and Steven Adams for Peyton Pritchard and Derek White. Welcome here to Houston. Derek White next to Amen Thompson in the backcourt is actually going to be amazing. That's like the perfect fit to have. And I drafted Darius Adams with the 31st pick, a 6'6" wing out of Australia. Stokes ended up going to Sacramento. Pick up the team options on McNeely and Shepard. Now, I don't really need Reed Shepard and Peyton Pritchard on the same team, so we could end up making a trade. I also have a mid-level exception, which is just insane at this point of how stacked this Rockets team can really be. And I'm going to trade away Peyton Pritchard and Dante DiVincenzo to the Pelicans for Yaxel Lindenberg, but more importantly, Yves Missi to be the backup center for us. That is a big upgrade over Steven Adams. So right now, we have Amen Thompson and Shepard. We're going to have non-Derek White. We're going to have KD and McNeely, Jabari Smith and Lindenberg, Şengün and Missi. And then maybe we could replace Tari Eason with Toumani Camara, which is not better, but almost just as good. All right, so Tui comes back on the QO. This team is stacked. Hopefully Shepard shoots the ball well this year. I don't know how deep the rotation is going to be, but we should be in a good spot to win the 2028 finals, or at least go to the finals. We were up 2-0 in the conference finals, and then the Mavericks were basically the Raptors from 2019, and we were the Bucks. And Kevin Durant is going to retire at the end of the year, and we're going to do a farewell tour for him. So I'm going to start Thompson at the 1, White at the 2, Kevin Durant at the 3, Smith and Şengün, basically the same thing, but we're going from Nas, the starter, to Derek White, which is kind of amazing. So I would like to have the 10-man rotation. McNeely, 14 is fine. Let's go about 16 to Kamara, 14 to Nah. Shepard, you're going to get around 16 minutes a night. Missi, you're actually going to get like 15 minutes a night. 33 to Şengün. Who do I want to make like the full-on 6th man? I guess it probably should be Nah, what he's done so far. So he'll get 20 minutes, but we have just a ton of depth after him. Shepard, Kamara, Missi, and McNeely. Really good blend of like defense, wing, ball handling, and shooting. I'm going to go 29 to Derek White. And let's go 31 to Kevin Durant. 31 to Jabari Smith Jr. We are 4.5-star balance. This is Kevin Durant's age 39 season. Can we go out with a bang? All right, so here at the deadline, we're on a 9-game winning streak. We have a 15.7 point differential. We're 43-9. We have the number 4 offense in the West, and we have the number 2 defense. So it is not a lock that we're going to win the Western Conference this year. It's still a loaded conference. Kevin Durant is our leading scorer, followed by Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, who has he improved his 3-point shot. 27%. We're going backwards. There's Şengün. There's Derek White, 38% from 3. Walker's been a good shooter. Shepard can't shoot. Yeah, he's probably not going to make the rotation for the playoffs at this point. And Wemby goes back-to-back with MVPs. The number 1 pick is your Rookie of the Year. Bilal Coulibaly, 6th Man of the Year. So you're going to be sharing the floor with Ace Bailey next year. We'll say Devin Booker, Clutch Player of the Year. But we go 70-12, and we just had back-to-back 70-win seasons. Giannis signed with the Warriors. That's pretty cool. And then Amen Thompson, All-NBA 3rd team with Alperen Şengün, who I think made it for the first time in this video. Thompson, first time, I think, on all defensive first team in this video. I know we made it in real life this year. Sar Thompson, defensive 2nd team, and we are the 1 seed in the West. So Pelicans are our round 1 opponent. We finished with a 17.9 point differential, 5 more wins than the Mavericks. We finished with the 2nd best offense and the 2nd best defense in the West, which, I don't know, we're not great at either or. Shepard ended up shooting better in the second half and 37% from 3 this year. It's kind of been the MO with him. I think for McNeely's efficiency dropped as well. 14 minutes is fine. We're going to go 15 to Misi. We can go probably a little bit more. I'm going to run a 10-man rotation out for the start of the playoffs. Nah, he was pretty good. So we're going to keep it at that. I want to go 34 to KD, 30 to Derek White, 38 to Amen Thompson. Please tell me we're going to beat the Pelicans. I know they're a good team. Cameron Boozer, Edgecombe, and Zion is really exciting, but we just won 70 games. I'm actually surprised they didn't win a single game against us. That is a really good team. On paper. So here were the playoff numbers. Derek White shot 29% from the field and 15% from three. We'll keep an eye on the round 2 rotation. Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks are both on the Warriors. And I don't think they were traded. So they both signed together to team up with Giannis. We do win game 1. The Rockets and the Warriors have a rich history. Well, it's very one-sided, right? In the playoffs with Harden and Chris Paul all going up against like those insane Warriors teams. And great, we are down 2-1. Who is not shooting good in the playoffs because they are getting flat out benched. If I go to the quarterfinals, Derek White is shooting 29. I got to bench Derek White. McNeely shooting 26%. Kamara shooting 23% in the first 3 games. All right. Well, I did not expect to bench Derek White, but here we are. Nas going to get more minutes. Jabari can get more minutes. Şengün and Kevin Durant. I think I'm going to lower McNeely's minutes to like 8 a night. Shepherd 8. We'll do 16 there. I mean, I don't really know what to do at this point. Maybe Naw actually gets like 30 and we'll do 36 to KD. Please do not win or lose game 4. Okay, thank God we win this one. 134-120. All right, huge game 5, which I'm nervous. Just being down 2-1, like that scares me. And we haven't really shown, like we've shown dominance in the regular season, but we haven't really shown that in the playoffs. All right, so massive game from Şengün and Thompson, 64 combined. Can we win game 6 on the road? I don't want to go to a game 7. They got off to a really good start. Back and forth game, we're up by 8, 5 minutes to go. And we're in the conference finals for back-to-back years. Jabari Smith Jr. stepping up. Amen Thompson with a triple-double. We're taking on a really good team either way. And it's going to be the Spurs. I thought it was going to be the Mavericks. They ended up getting Jaden Hardy, it looked like. Or was I looking at the wrong team? Looking at the wrong team. So they have Bennett Sturts, Elijah Arenas, Hartenstein, Foxen coming off the bench. All right. That's a good team. Battle of Texas. We lose game 1 by 13. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. I don't know if I should just bench Reed Shepherd. Just don't lose game 2. Come on. All right. Are we... Oh, man. Dude, this team is killing me. This team is killing me. Jabari Smith can't hit a shot. KD can't hit a shot. Shepherd can't hit a shot. All right. It might be time to bench Reed Shepherd here in the playoffs. I'm not giving him 28 minutes, 2K. 6 more minutes to hand out. Let's just give him to Derek White. Honestly, I may just bump Derek White back into the starting 5. Please don't go down 3-0. That's pretty much the series. We're not coming back down 3-0, but we have a really good first half. All right. Oh, my God. We won 150-144, but we really almost blew that. So here we are on to game number 4. Every road team has actually won so far. Please hold off and beat them here. Thank you. We won by 15. All right. Can we do what the Mavericks did to us last year against the Spurs this year, please? Can they win the first 2 and then we win 4 in a row? Very good third quarter. Please win this one. We're down 3-2. I just don't really know what to do here. Jabari Smith Jr. stepped up. I mean, no one's been atrocious. I guess Liam McNeely's kind of been atrocious in the conference finals. Can we win this one on the road to force a game 7? We have a good first quarter. They have a good second quarter. All right, we're up by 27 here. All right, we're going to force the game 7. Let's go. I mean, this could be Pacers-esque, right? Let's see what happens here. We have a good first quarter, please. Let's go. Okay, we're up by 10. I'd rather be us than them, but we can easily blow this. Oh my God. Great end to the third. We're up by 17, up by 18, up by 20. All right, up by 23. The lead is getting bigger and bigger. And the Houston Rockets come back down 3-2 to advance to the NBA Finals. Şengün stepping up. And Amen Thompson is your conference finals MVP. Josh Giddey in the East. So the Bulls are now in back-to-back finals. Kawhi Leonard is 36, averaging 6 points in the finals. Yeah, Cam Whitmore versus his former team. Liam McNeely versus his former team. The Bulls said, "We miss you so much, Zach LaVine. Welcome back." Game 1, the Rockets win 132-95. Game 2, Rockets win. Game 3, Rockets win. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. Bang, we sweep them. So the Spurs were the toughest series. The Warriors scared me a little bit as well. But when Kevin Durant was about to retire, we win it all. Amen Thompson's your finals MVP. And there goes KD. So that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this Kevin Durant Houston Rockets rebuild. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about this trade down below. And also drop a thumbs up if you guys want to see a 10-year post-KD Phoenix Suns rebuild, because I think that could be a fun one. And I'll catch y'all there. Peace.